Alright, welcome back. Decided to do another short little flight tonight over in D Terminal from DFW. I haven't flown in and out of here in ages on the sim, so hopefully I can find out where the hell I'm going to go. So we'll start this out. We've got ATC wise, Houston Center just came on, so we'll take a look at that. And we'll start we'll start the flights out like we normally do, and put power to the plane, and which obviously there would be power already, but I like to do cold and dark, as you know. So we'll start that out. I'm messing with my iPad, sorry about that. It's awfully dark in here, isn't it? Connect up dual jetway plugs. And we'll be able to fire up here. Hard to see in the dark. Turn on the dome light. Double check the stream, make sure looks like we're working and we've got audio. ADREs can align, emergency lights come on, service interphones can come on, packs can go to auto. No electronics and seat belts on. Turn on the nav light. And while we're here, we'll bring up the glare shield panel, floods, and we'll do the same for panel floods for the MIP, or main instrument panel. This side's always hard to reach. There we go. Whoa. Camera view's going crazy, isn't it? Alright. So there we are. Outside view. I believe we're at D12 is where I loaded up. So let's dispatch this right quick. We'll get rid of the old flight. And we'll add a flight. And you guys should know the tail number by now. 704AN will be 545 with scheduled service from DFW to Bush. Type scheduled. In 704 Alpha November. We'll save that. And we'll plan. We're going to have fun looking at SIDS and stars. I've already looked at them briefly. So it looks like DFW is going to be in north flow, 10 miles, few clouds at 25,000. So pretty good weather. And looks like Bush is going to be east flow, and they're at 12 knots. And you're going to hear the airplane go through its power up right here. So CI-85 is our standard. That'll get us Mach 0.83 roughly, 0.834 to be exact. And leave that there. That's where we have it set. And even though we're doing a positioning flight, we decided to sell it as revenue. Put a little bit of cargo on there. And we got 200 tickets out of the deal. That'll give us a zero fuel of 402,823. U.S. domestic min fuel will go 30 in the hold and 30 contingency if we need it. We shouldn't need it. And let's go find the route. And JPool 9 and Driller 5. And we want to, let's see, 0213. We might be able to make 0245. JPool 9. So let's go grab the DP. And serves DFW only. North flow is going to be vectors. There's probably a corresponding SID, I'm thinking. If not, it's not that big of a deal. There's not. There's headings off here, 1853 and 340. So vectors probably to the first fix. And I wonder if, because Houston is so close, there is a transition. There is for San Antonio. College Station, Waco, Elver. Okay, so Torn for going to Bush. Also for aircraft landing, for this for GPS DME IRU. Then appropriate RNAV star. So JPool Torn, and which it picked it up, and the Driller 5. So that's fine. That'll work. Let's go find our alternate. Probably just use Hobby. Alright, that should work. JPool 9 Torn Driller 5. So no ATC on Fort Worth yet. Be nice if they jumped on. And we're going to connect to the network too. Now we need to make sure I didn't spawn over anybody. This doesn't look like I did. That'll work. Flaps 5, and we'll let it calculate takeoff performance data. New cycle came out today. It's installed already. So we should be we're good there. Nothing to MEL, of course, in the fuel here. And run landing, just waiting for it to pop up landing data. Takes a second. I'm going to go flaps 25 this time. And auto brake 3 still gives us a nice margin, and we can go auto brake 2 even, gives us a margin of 42. We can apply that. compute the flight. So I can just tell right now the performance is way off. 172, 181, 184. There's no way, even if I was going across the pond, that wouldn't be it with full takeoff. So we need to go back here and find out why we're off. This zero fuel weight seems high. Let me just rerun the... takeoff data one more time. That is not... Actually, I should have looked to see what altitude it gave us. We haven't even chose the runway yet either. That's... could be why. Let's close this. 360 at 6. Not sure what the standard is. Should be 36 right they would give us, I would think. So that should be right. Whoops. Ah, shoot. And planned at 402, flight level 310 initially. Is our release fuel 35? $107 knots. Holy cow. What the hell's going on down there? Tailwind of 9. Coming right out. Top of climb coming out of the west. Is this working? $360 610 miles. That's current. $310. Probably because I've got 200 on there. Let's do this. That's probably why. I'll bet that's it. Didn't realize my PAX settings were that high. Let's try this one more time. I don't know why we're flashing. Three six right. Zero fuel weight. Takeoff weight. I don't think that can be right. So the new zero fuel weight is 381, 923. Okay. Let's update the performance data and we'll release it like that. I wonder what the temperature is down there. 14. Okay, so there we go. That makes a little more sense. So 133, 133, 138, and zero fuel weight 38,923. Where to go? Takeoff 1 at 70C. So we'll derate with an assumed temp of 70C. That should give us 133, 133, and 138 for V2. And engine out, da 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 da. So release fuel today is 34,095. And we will 330. There we go. So flight level 330. Now we can release this, and now we can run the takeoff performance calculator, and for payload purposes, CG, weight and balance, and all that good stuff. And it's going to load up here. Everything here is the same. 209 DFW-IAH, and our alternate. And zero fuel weight 38.2, close enough. So payload 831,111 for 50, 39, 30, 68, and 493. We're good. Should be under load by 78. All right. Can close that. Now we can send this to VATSIM to file the flight plan. There you go, Todd. Got you a live one. Alright, Slant Lima, Heavy 777, 545, 0245 off, 330s, the cruise, JPool 9, Torn Transition, Driller 5. 35-minute flight. Americans, our SoCal codes here. We're not doing anything there. 2 hours and 30 on board. 110097. Can file that. Current time 0227. We're going to miss that a little bit. That's okay. So flight plans filed. Next thing is we can send this to the airplane. 4 routes saved. That's all set. We should be done with that. And let's see if it's loading our flight plan correctly. Nope. So for some reason, the flight plan folder got changed. And let's go see. WX. That's odd. Okay. Should still be able to pull that in. So let's jump back in the plane. Everything here is where we want it. First thing's going to be payload. after doors. So we said 8 in first, 31 in business, and 111 in the back. And 5039 for 3068. Forward and aft. And 493 in the bulk. Now we can go into CDU and CDU pre-flight. So the engine rating is correct. GE90s 110 B1L2s 772. Current ARAC 1803 for March 128. That's all set. Position at Kdfw. Did I type that wrong? Oh god, I was gonna say that better be in the database. Alright. GPS. In agreement. Bring up the displays. We can request the route. Oh, don't tell me it's not frickin' there. I'll bet the .NET framework screwed up. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Is it in generic? There we go. Alright. Uplink that. While we're waiting on that, current altimeter 3022. We can load that. And it's uploading now. While we're waiting on that, I did want to change something in the options. And men's increase plus, and men's decrease minus. Men's radio barrel. Alright, barrow increase. We want 9. And barrow decrease, we want 6. Otherwise it takes forever to set the altimeter and the minimums and all that stuff. Alright, so that route's uploaded. 36 right's going to be our departure runway. And we're American 545 as always. Alternate. Over to the departures. So 36 right's already selected, and it'll bring up the relevant stars. J pool, torn transition. Go back and now which runway we're going to use for Houston. It's probably not, whatever it is, not going to be the runway. Probably that So it looks like they're going to stay relatively in an east flow config. So 8 right, I guess. I would assume they would taxi out and go off the 9s. 8s would land, taxi in, and we're going to come in over here to this terminal here. So we'll just plan for 8 right. They could use 8 left. They could be running departures for the for this side on 8 right, or they could make them go to 8 left. I would assume they'd probably run them off the right side. I don't know. It's hard saying. I'm not too familiar with this airport. We'll just load up 8 right, and we'll from there we can decide. And the driller is what we said. Whoops. Is that not even a valid arrival? No. Should give us corresponding is Gusher. From Torn. Expect ILS or localizer 8 left. So Gusher 3. Oops. Did I write that right? Gusher 3. 3 file. Wonder what the Jesner 8 right is. Yeah, it's out of the way. Alright, so 8 left. Gusher, yeah. From Torn. We should be lined up. So we're going to be vectors. Let's go into plan mode, and let's just step through everything real quick. I would expect probably darts. After that, we'll up select that, and we'll just let's double check. Oh. God, I was like, what the hell? SID. Standard Instrument Departure. We should be going off the right side in all reality. Should be going off 3-5 right. We're going to pretend we didn't see that and cross over some traffic. So here we're going to come down here and 8 left. Sorry, not 26 right. 8 left. You can tell I don't fly down here. Now I'm oriented. Obviously that all lines up. Let's quit screwing around and let's look at our ZFW 318. That's fine. 382. Or I guess we can load up fuel first. Release fuel is 34095. We'll reject this one and we'll request a new one. Okay, 382, 0 fuel's fine. And we said 310 was the new altitude. Forgot to amend that. Okay. So we're already way off our time. Alright, wind's ready. We know that. Can load the wind data. And we're gonna get takeoff 170C. Descent forecast is ready. Load that. Alright, we can execute all that. Back over to the netref page 2 to take off first. 36 right. What the hell am I doing here? Wind's going that some bitch. 360 at 6. 360 at 6. No slope in the simulator because it's a headwind of 6. Thrust reduction acceleration we can leave there. I could put the ICO standard in there of 3000 for acceleration, but that's fine. Back to the previous page. Flaps 5 takeoff. We got takeoff 1 at 70C. Climb 2 arm. Now over to the takeoff page. Flaps 5. 31.6, 31, 33, and 38. That's fine. That should complete the CDU pre-flight. I can move on to the EFIS, needles up, position data, airport traffic, flight directors can come on. No ATC online. Move this up to thousands. We'll go up to 310, and that'll be with the SID, obviously. And what was that? 340. So we're going to majorly screw that up. And 138. All right, we can request boarding. Takeoff D-rate 1 is set for 70C. Takeoff go around is armed. V-speeds are entered. Flight director is moded. Initially 2200 and 22.8. We'll be on advisory first. We're set there. Let's check frame rates. No, we can't really do that right now. I am going to turn off shadows for right now. This will reload textures back up. While we're loading up, I'll check everybody. You could probably tell this scenery is a little bit dated. Typing in Twitch for the updated stream. Not sure why it really didn't okay. Loading up there. See how we're doing on the outside. Oh, there's... Boy, the Leonardo Mad Dog was just released, so everybody's going nuts with flying that. Let's see who else. Let me get out from the buildings here. Thought I saw somebody else there. Yeah, he's taxiing out there too. So I hope I don't annoy anybody too much by going off the wrong departure runway. I'm just too lazy to fix that right now. Couple more pallets of cargo here. And we'll be done with that. I suppose I could set up the first officer stuff, huh? One thing we can do, I can go ahead and source these. The demand pumps. Yeah, window heat's on them. I didn't turn off dynamic lighting. So why isn't the dome light? Guess that has to be on for the dome light to work, huh? That's interesting. God, those frame rates are freaking horrible. These jackasses done out there yet? Should be the last one coming up. See it right here. So I know the passengers are loaded. We can close L2 and arm it. And we wanted to trim to 275 as well. While we're here. Whoops. And we can run through the ECL. Flight instruments, heading altimeter set 3022, initial heading 340. Flight deck door secured, MCP V2 set 138, heading 340, altitude 310. Takeoff speeds V1 is set, V2, VR, and V2. CDU pre-flight complete, trim, taxi, and takeoff brief. We're going to go nose left, tail east in the slot. It's going to be a left turn. Anti-ice not needed. Cancel recall. Flight controls check, ground equipment. Checklist complete. My God, are these guys done out there? What the? Yeah, get out. Run through the other trucks too. One more to go, and they should back away. We can pull the jetway away. Then we'll be ready to push. Anybody online yet? Oh, Houston Center went off? Are you kidding? Well, hopefully he comes back. That's ridiculous. He was only on for a second. Oh, boarding complete. Can close those doors. Legs page up, takeoff ref on my side, and let's get a push. Nose left, tail right. Start engines no. How about APU? Whoops.
Hello, Captain.
God
we
damn
are ready for pushback.
We need to disconnect. Is the APU not on? Should have been on. You've got to be kidding me. I did not check.
Locking gear.
Stand by. Frame rates are so freaking bad.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes.
APU's running now. That should have automatically went.
Release parking brakes.
Should be on generator.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes
Commencing
released.
push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Oops, we did it again. Man, god damn. We're gonna be stuck in the slot. The aircraft's gonna have to go through its power up again. So the airplane will try to save itself and shed some of the load. And we should be on APU gen. Everything's on. Let's go for a start. So rise in oil pressure number 2. Can bring in
Set
fuel.
parking brakes.
Parking brake set. Get out of the way, GSX. So it's bringing up the
unlocking gear.
starter cut
Dump
out.
truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
Rising oil pressure here. We'll monitor. Max motoring 69.7. That's a good engine. We didn't lose V speeds, they are still there. LNAV and VNAV can come on. Actually, we'll be in heading select first. We'll just take VNAV.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Have a good trip. Still waiting on Max and starter cutout. Didn't put us right on line either, did it? Trim settings still saved, flight controls. Check and make sure we're still TARA. (22.8) set. Weather and turbulence set. Should be ready for taxi. Forgot what. 3.6 right. Just announce that. I'm not going to do much self-announcing. It takes too much time. Brakes should be off. Whoops. Alright. Let's roll. What I could do is double check, just in case the scenery's changed. Coming out D. So second left, we should be at G9. And the first one out of G9. Alright. On tiller. Those lights can come on. There's that landing traffic for the right side, for the east parallels. Fast. Alright, we're ready to go. Departure right, downrange looking good, downrange good. 36 right on the ground. Initial heading set, 36 right it is, let's do it. Yeah, they need to update the DFW scenery. 36 right, there's Raz. Keep it rolling, and we'll look for 56 in 1 for Toga. Takeoff thrust set. Find out how to get rid of that camera shake.
V1, rotate.
And positive rate, gear up. 400 feet, we can engage the autopilot. Obligatory wing view. Autopilot on, heading select. We're going to swing it all the way around to the right. Once we pretend like we get off the extended center line, we can go flaps 1 now. This'll work. Up select darts, LNAV. Whoops. Help if I do that. Now we're on an intercept. Oh, how about put up the rest of my flaps, jackass? Just love all that drag, huh? Alright. Darts it is in 38. Lights can come off. Can't believe these jokers left. Chev down, there's Love there in downtown Dallas. Just getting ready to say we should have that under the wing. Alright, so we just made up our own SOP/departure. Works for me. No cross-track errors, RNP 2.06 actual. 197 to go, set standard by the way. Top of climb in 20. Times 0314, or excuse me, yeah, 0314. Should have you on the ground here about another half hour or so. Got clouds out there. These frame rates are really bad. Let's hopefully we can get a decent landing out of this. I haven't been able to really get a decent one yet since I've reinstalled everything. Alright, so getting oriented properly. Say we were on the Gusher. So 8 left. So from Gusher, 195 on the DA. Approach is 4,000. I'm gonna set that speed to before just to, or well, that's a hard speed. I think we can still do that though. No? Okay. Give myself, that's a hard speed too. 310 it is. We'll settle into cruise, and then we'll be at top of descent here very shortly. So at this altitude, we'll get 0.76 Mach, and it'll just eat the fuel up. $3,000. VNAV path, LNAV, and speed. We'll go ahead and reset all the way back down. We're top of. So set auto brake 2 should be fine. Clouds out there. One thing I wanted to check is if I can sync real quick. What am I doing? There we go. Oops. And local altimeter 3015. Winds are 360 at 11 now? What? Oh, shit. Take 33 right? What is it? That's messed up. 11 knot crosswind. What the hell? Every landing's a crosswind landing, right? So we'll make our way down. So after Torn, we're going to need to be at import. Excuse me, refinery. I think that's what that is. At 280 and above 24. And we'll have a decel here, as you can see. I don't think there's any weather out here, but we'll check. Thought I turned those on. I don't know how those keep getting deactivated. Oh, I know why. When we lost power. College Station coming up. My airshare buddies ought to be well familiar with that. So the vertical profile we're good, and we're good on the horizontal, anything more than half, and we're not legal, I believe. Broken at 22, altimeter 3015. See if there's anybody in the area. Here's us. Above 240, VNAV's holding that vertical profile just fine. Now after refinery, we'll be at dill, or oil, sorry. Next restriction is going to be S-tax at 12 or above. Temps 12C should be good. continue down. On speed 280 with the arrival. Need to be at or above 12,000 at syntax or S-tax. RNAV, I'm going to click these off. Now I'm still putting them in, doesn't matter. Need it for the ILS anyways. See what we can see, not much. College Station right out there. There it is. Shows it as an adequate alternate on the ND there. It's interesting. Go ahead and bring on the lights since we're in a busy area. Alright, 30-15 set. Manning data approach briefing. Altimeters. Alright, S-tax at or above 12,000 in 10 miles. See how well we hold this. Next one's going to be import, 250 knots, below 12 and above 9. We'll see if I need to help it out, and it doesn't look like I will. No intervene. Now, hopefully, I don't have any airport elevation corrections in the scenery for IAH. I did have to disable it for ORBX for DFW. We could be in for one big surprise because I did not check Bush. So we'll find out real quick. 30-15 set both sides, cross-checked and indicated 195 minimums, both sides set and cross-checked and indicated. What do we say our missed approach altitude was? 48 right, 8 left. 4,000. Put it in a little drag, help it on down to 250. Try not to confuse VNAV too much with it. Most we still got 12 miles to go before import, before we need to be below 12, so I think we're going to be okay here. Approaching our up speed, just under 220. 137 is going to be VRF. Now VNAV passed, so it's going to descend a little bit more now. We're going to need to help it out with some drag just a little bit. So it'll try to maintain speed, but it's going to try to hit that altitude first. After import will be Gusher, and it'll be 210 at 6. Flap restriction 265 for flaps 1. We're okay there, but I think we're fine where we're at. Alright, below 12 and above 9, we're looking good on profile. Our A and P is good, both sides, vertically and horizontally. So as vertical speed begins to relax, and it's going to take us down a little bit more, and we'll help it out just a hair. And we'll need to make Gusher at 6. Oh, who the hell is this? Houston 38, oh geez, 126.9, really? God damn. That's it. The 126.950. Good evening, Houston. American 545 heavy descending on the Gusher 3 out of 9.3. With the arrival 8 left, 3015.
American 545 headed to Tower Squawk 4702 and welcome.
4702 for 545.
Houston Center, radio check.
555. Southwest 60, 37 radar contact, 30 miles east of Shoals. Expect ILS runway.
450, ILS runway 47 63.
American 545 radar contact, 10 miles east of Navasota. At correction at Gusher, cleared ILS runway 8 left.
At Gusher, cleared 8 left for 545, thanks. Now we got some ATC on just in the nick of time, didn't we? Go ahead and put it in a notch. because I'm not familiar with that. And 210 is going to be that speed to hold. Should be fine. Can't see shot out there. Temperature 12C. Still on profile. We're looking fine. We're cleared for the ILS. Alright, we're going to hit that right on the money. VNAV, go. Go VNAV 62, 1 mile, 0.9. 6180.6. That's pretty freaking close. 0.2, 40, 20. And we hit it.
Evening, Houston Center, Southwest 3720, ready to copy IFR to New Orleans.
Continue on down to 4.
Southwest 3728, Center, good evening. Actually, disregard that. Would you like flight level 310 or 290? We'll take 290, Southwest 3720.
So we're going to speed intervene here, I think.
Southwest 3720, roger, thank you. Clear New Orleans. It'll be the local departure. Lima Alpha transition. Maintain 5000. We expect flight level 290. 10 departure, squawk 4703.
Cabin ready.
Roger, BAE local, Lima Alpha departure, then as filed, climbing 5000, expect 290,000 10 minutes after departure. Please repeat that squawk code for us, Bill 3720. Bill 3720, squawk 4703.
Wait, visibility kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Alright, clear as stated, and squawk 4703, Southwest 3720. Southwest 3720, read back correct, advisory to taxi, expect runway 31 left. Expect 31 left, we'll advise on ready to 3720. Houston Center, 8 Southwest 2112 with you, flight level 300, about 20 miles north of the Macomb transition. Southwest 2112, Houston Center, ident. Southwest 2112, we were contact reported at pilot's discretion, cross rhythm at maintain 1000. Copy, cross rhythm at maintain 1000, pilot's discretion, Southwest 2112. And Southwest 2112, also leave New Orleans, altimeter 3012. Copy, 3012 at the altimeter, go. Houston Center, good evening. Snapdragon 524 night golf. With you 11,500 approximately 5 nautical miles to the southeast of the junction of the VOR with the Adjust CFR flight. How long? November 524 by golf, Houston Center, squawk 4704. 4704, Snapdragon 4 night golf. Skywagon 4 might call for your contact.
Everything's looking good on the approach. We've armed approach mode. Nice shallow intercept. Like those type of approaches. Yeah, 137 ZRF. There we go. Should intercept. There you see the heading go. We're in localizer mode. Glide slope should capture. We're at 3,000. Wait for the capture and then we'll set 4,000 for the mist. Is it going to capture? Or are we going to have to help it out? There we go. Okay.
Houston County, Cherokee, November 79932, over the Gulfport VOR 8000.
November 79932, Houston Center Squawk 4705.
$4705, November 79932.
Hope we don't have a scenery error.
American 545, correction, wind 36011, by 8 right clear line.
Okay, 8 left.
Correction, 8 left clear line.
Yeah, roger that. 8 left clear land for 545, thanks.
Jesus, there's something. Would you like us?
Sorry, go ahead.
There's someone. Would you like us to maintain that? Or would you like us to
Slow
maintain
down way too quick.
We have already programmed to go down.
And way too low. We're just killing ourselves right here.
Yeah, Southwest 637. You can maintain at C10 knots.
Should have read
just maintain those.
Should have read that better. We're still 2,000 above. Well, let's get a tour of
November 732 radar contact the Gulfport altimeter 3011.
take a little tour here. It'll be a while before we capture.
3011 915.
The 4500 with you at flight level 280, 35 miles from Peanuts. Should be out of your airspace in a minute, but just wanted to check in.
Nothing like dragging our flaps all the way across town, huh?
Level 4500 Houston. Yeah, you can be leaving my airspace too. We can monitor advisory, but thanks for checking every night. Alright, I'll be switching over to Unicom. Thank you. Have a good night. Alright, then 4 night walk over the place. Skyline 4 my calls request. Skyline 4 my calls. Yeah, actually like to pick up a pop-up by Florida and kind of leave a route for you when you're able. Skyline 4 my calls. Roger, go with your route.
Alright, glide slope starting to come in here.
San Antonio VOR for Skyline 524 myself. Skyline 2 more, correction 2524 my golf. Roger, clear to San Antonio. Fly direct Stonewall, direct San Antonio, then direct. Maintain 117 squawk 4706. We're clear to San Antonio, we'll direct Stonewall VOR, then direct San Antonio VOR, then direct. We'll maintain 11000 squawk 4706. Skyline 4 my golf.
Hope to God the scenery is still current.
Yeah, I can form my golf read back correct. Maintain 1000.
We're 10 miles out and I don't see the airport.
Maintain 1000, form my golf. Houston Center, Southwest 3720, radio taxi 31 left. Southwest 3720, runway 31 left, taxi via Yankee. Correction, Zulu and Charlie, cross runway 2 at Charlie. Correction 31 left through Zulu, Charlie, cross Charlie, 2 to Charlie.
Houston Center, Southwest 6030, Northwest ORBX check.
Southwest 6037, here you loud and clear.
Holy cow, that must be drawing the scenery, and look at that glitch. Alright, I think I see 8.
And Houston Southwest 6037, can you just confirm most containment? I think that 2 for now.
Southwest 6378, speed your discretion, maintain 2000, and turn right heading 310, vectors for approach.
310, blue left, Southwest 6037.
2500.
2500.
Southwest 2112. Now you can expect runway ILS runway 2 tonight. You left ILS runway 2.
See what our frame rates are.
And 6037, see that right turn heading 010, maintain 2000 fields past from the low clouds are cleared out last runway 4 approach.
Single digits.
010 for ILS runway 4 approach, maintain 2000 fields past 4 advisory Southwest 6037.
Alright, flaps 25 in. Landing flaps on speed, on low con slope, on speed. Still landing.
November 732, you'd expect the ILS runway 2, home altimeter 3012.
Got traffic here.
We'll expect the ILS runway 2, 932.
Southwest 2112, just
There he
maintain 5000.
Don't give me an RA.
Southwest 2112, just maintain 2000. Or correction, 5000.
1000.
1000.
Southwest 6037 and 02013, runway 4, clear to land. Traffic will be crossing runway 22. Correction, you are currently in.
Clear line runway 4, Southwest 6037.
Jesus. 08 left, 087, ILS 08 left. Roll out, flare, armed, land.
Southwest 2112, turn left at 150, vectors for the approach.
This is going to be real bad, I can tell you that.
500.
500. Continue. It's having a hard time with these horrible frame rates. Trying to keep up. So we're going to fly us down close to minimums. Minimums 195. And we'll
Approaching minimums.
approaching minimums. And
Houston Center, Southwest 3720. We clear to cross runway 22.
30. 20. 10.
And
Oh my
Southwest
God.
3720, roger, runway 22, taxi, Zulu.
God, that's bad. I'm almost off the runway.
Cross 22 Zulu, racing 20. South 3720, my bad, cross runway 22 at Charlie.
That's on Gorley as you're crossing 22 at Charlie 1320.
Good God, that was so freaking bad. These frame rates are just horrible, and they smooth out as soon as I land.
American 545, exit right on the Foxtrot Hotel, then taxi to gate via Foxtrot Hotel, November Papa, hold short from way 8 right.
Hey, 545 Foxtrot Hotel, November Papa, then hold short, 545.
November 7032, actually disregard. Southwest 2112, turn right heading 200.
Right heading 200, 12 cross.
November 79032, turn right heading 270, vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 6000.
270 down to 6,000 for 932.
And Houston Center 3720 is ready to go. 31 left.
Southwest 720, wind 0201, 3 runway 31 left, 5 runway, traffic landing runway 4.
Line up and wait 3720.
Southwest 2112, descend and maintain 2000.
God damn, I'm way off this taxi, just busted it.
Yeah, 3000. Houston Southwest, 63rd, clear runway 4, request taxi to gate 15.
Southwest 6037, taxi to gate via Zulu, have a good night.
Gate via Zulu Southwest, 6037, thank you for your control, federal as well.
Southwest 3720, 5 runway heading, runway 31 left, clear takeoff.
5 runway heading, clear takeoff, 31 left, 3720.
November 79032, turn left heading 240.
Left 240, 932.
Oh man, A10 right in the middle.
Southwest 37, radar contact, the altitude. $3720 is at 4,000 for 5,000. Southwest 3720, roger. Climb maintain 16,000, fly heading 090. I maintain 16,000. Turn to 090.
This kid's busy tonight, all of a sudden.
November 7 enter 932, just to maintain 2,000.
Descend to maintain 2,000, 950.
American 4545, cross runway 8, right, taxi via November Bravo. To the gate, have a good night.
Boss 8 right, November Bravo to the ramp for 545.
Southwest 3720, direct beam path at Sierra Bravo, India. Clear direct, 0 Bravo, India, 3720.
Invading United Country.
Southwest 21, turn right, 290. Right, United.
Should be November Bravo. The wrong taxiway. Uh-oh. Now, November Bravo. Alright, we're good. Thought I had the sequencing correct. All we gotta do now
Southwest 3720, maintain 5 level 290.
find Alpha 10. Should be up here to the left somewhere.
Find 5 level 290, Southwest 3720. Southwest 2112, 3 miles from Kobe, turn right heading 350, maintain 2000 till step from localizer, cleared LSU approach.
Right heading 350, maintain 2 step localizer, cleared for the LSU approach, final approach.
Houston Center, good evening, Southwest 48. Second on with you, flight level 320. Southwest 48, Houston Center, squawk INET. Squawk INET, Mike.
Well, looks like the scenery's okay. It's hard to tell, not being the daytime.
Southwest 48, radar contact, 5 volunteers of Leadville, welcome. Southwest 48, supposed to be aboard, well, we're talking to you. We're going to need GPS, or not GPS, but heading vectors when we get close to Cinercon now. Yeah, Southwest 48, roger. Southwest 48, do you by chance have the Nancy 1 arrival? Negative, my route is actually current route in use right now. Southwest 2112, runway 2, clear to land, wind 02010.
Clear to land, runway 2, 775.
Whoops.
Southwest 48, are you able to change the Nancy 1 arrival, or do you want to keep the Link 1 arrival on the executive unit? One arrival is current arrival is a route that you use, according to flight aware. So we're going to keep one that's a real low flight right now and use for the airport. Southwest 48, roger.
Start looking for GSX once we get on the other side of this area here, I believe.
Houston Center, Southwest 3720. Southwest 3720, go ahead. Houston Center, be aware 3720 has some sort of a GPS malfunction, probably a TXT file error. So we have the headings right here in the cockpit, but if we happen to bear off vectors, just give us vectors back into the correct approach. We can't look more than maybe 20 miles ahead at this point. 3720.
Oh, is there
Southwest 3720, that's no problems. Let me know if you need need assistance. I'll get you in, no problem.
There better not be
Thank you very
somebody.
much, 3720.
Somebody's at my freaking gate, I think. Are you kidding me? Get out. Get the fuck out. My 777 beats your Airbus, but thanks for playing. Might have a gate hold. No, we don't. Alright. We're good. Now quit looking around and start driving the plane, huh?
November 7, 32, turn left heading 200.
Walk 200, 793T.
I doubt that jetway's going to extend. What do you guys think? Turn off the taxiway lights so we don't blind them. Brake, come on. We should be on APE power. Parking brake can come off. Request deboarding. See how this works. Why is my logo light not on? It's weird.
Number 79932, turn right heading 290.
Yeah. We're heading 290, 932.
Bye. Oh, it worked. Got a connected jetway for a heavy. Okay, those should be off. Faults. Off. Faults. Set for short term.
Skywagon 4 Mike Golf, confirmed San Antonio VOR.
Yeah, we use the Josh number from there now.
Roger, no problem.
It's definitely gonna need a new computer or something because frame rates are bad. Alright folks, that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed that lousy landing and made up departure. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. We'll end the stream here. Have a good night.